Listen, I think that call a spade, it's a bad project.
This morning, the Liberal mayor of Montreal, Denis Coderre, announced that he's opposing the Energy East pipeline, a $15 billion pipeline proposal to send Canadian ethical oil from Alberta to Quebec and on to New Brunswick, where they have huge refineries. Coderre has not opposed other pipelines, though, like the one that brings in conflict oil from OPEC tankers that offload their oil in Portland, Maine, and then is pumped up to Montreal by pipeline. Coderre is fine with that pipeline. It's just Alberta oil pipelines that he hates. Oh, but he doesn't mind the transfer payments that Quebec gets from Alberta oil, though, does he? Now, the most obvious point here is that grandstanding mayors don't get to decide things like national pipelines. Our Constitution, Section 91, says works of a national nature, like railways, like ports, well, they're the jurisdiction of the federal government. I mean, if every pipsqueak mayor could stop a national project, we'd have 100 little toll booths and drawbridges along our national railways as it crosses the country, along the Trans-Canada Highway, as every shakedown artist, local politician tried to get their cut through taxes and tolls. Yeah, we're a country, not a bunch of petty fiefdoms, so no. The second thing that I just love is that this is allegedly being done in the name of science or environmentalism or something like that. Yeah, no. Pipelines are the safest way to transport oil yet invented, safer than trains, safer than trucks, and of course, this would be a state-of-the-art pipeline. The company that's proposing it, TransCanada, has already accepted literally hundreds of changes to the proposed path of the pipeline in consultation with local experts, and at an additional cost of $4 billion. So this objection by Coderre is not about science, it's about fear-mongering. But hey, Coderre hasn't really ever in his life been about science. Even as a kid, he was a bit, what's the word? Unsciency, just for fun. Check him out as a kid.
Mais je suis allée à mon organisation, j'ai passé un questionnaire, puis d'après les détails que j'ai donnés, tu sais, parce que je faisais pas de photographie pendant ce temps-là, tu sais. Et puis, d'après ce que j'ai fait, à l'échelle mondiale, c'est 50% des chances que ça n'était vraiment un. Mais il manquait encore de détails, puis, tu sais, de preuves flagrantes, comme c'était. Mais, tu sais, si, supposons un gars va truquer une image, tu sais, puis on va lui poser des questions sur cette photo-là, ça sera pas la même chose que si le gars il a vraiment vu quelque chose, tu sais.
All right, I'm just having some fun. I mean, he was still just a teenager then. He totally takes an evidence-based approach to the environment now. Like last year when he released billions of liters of raw, untreated human waste into the St. Lawrence River. So you know he cares about the environment. Here he is dressed in a bit of a hazmat suit for the big release. That's how unsafe he made Montreal's environment. He literally had to wear a hazmat suit. Sort of looks like a UFO alien, actually, doesn't he? But here's the thing. Coderre is not the decision maker here. Coderre's best political friend, fellow Montreal resident, fellow lifetime Liberal, Justin Trudeau, is the decision maker here. Trudeau is against the Northern Gateway pipeline. We know that. He didn't lift a finger for the Keystone XL pipeline in the states that Obama rejected. We know that. Trudeau has effectively killed the Kinder Morgan pipeline proposal that would go to Burnaby, called Trans Mountain, by announcing a ban on tanker ships off the west coast there. So will Justin Trudeau support the Energy East pipeline? I mean, it's pretty much the only one that hasn't been killed or that he let be killed. It's supported by all three major parties in New Brunswick, by the way, this Energy East. The Liberal Premier there and the PC and NDP opposition, they all want the jobs. They all want Canadian oil for the New Brunswick refineries, not OPEC oil. $15 billion is a lot of infrastructure spending to build this thing. A lot of construction jobs, all of it private money, by the way. No need to raise taxes or go into deficit. So will Trudeau do it? Will he side with jobs and growth and the Liberal Party of New Brunswick? Or will he side with the UFO Sewage mayor of Montreal? I don't know. But I know what his chief strategist and principal secretary has to say. I'm talking about Gerald Butts. He's the former president of the foreign-funded environmental extremist group called the World Wildlife Fund Canada. Butts is a lifelong Montreal leftist, too. Here's what he had to say about the Northern Gateway pipeline to BC that Trudeau nixed. But listen to Butts' explanation of why it was nixed.
We don't think it's up to us to decide whether there should be another route for a pipeline, because the real alternative is not an alternative route, it's an alternative economy.
So Butts' objection is not to a particular route for an oil pipeline. It's to oil and gas pipelines at all. It's to oil and gas at all, to refineries at all. He doesn't like fossil fuels at all. So do you know what I think? I think that this $15 billion mega project will not proceed. Or do you think these three liberal nutbars from Montreal, Coderre, Butts, and Trudeau, do you really think they're not going to cancel it the way they've canceled the two on the West Coast? And do you really think they're not going to throw our entire country in a recession because of it? For the Rebel.media, I'm Ezra Levant.